Hello everyone, Mahesh here. In today's video, we are going to see how we can manage and deal with CORS errors if we are getting for our API gateway. In the last few videos, we have created our API gateway and it is already been deployed. We can also test it using Postman and I'm again sending this the same event body to our API and we will see the same reply coming from our API gateway. Let's see if we want to use it this our API in our React app. You can use any app, but for this demo, I have just created a simple React app, and I have added a button here which will call our API using Axios, and this is the body that I will be passing to our API, and you can see on the UI that our button has been rendered. Let's see what happens when I click on this button. And there it is. We are seeing error here that no access control allow origin header is present on our API. So what is this? This is called as the CORS error, and generally browsers block this error when we are invoking the third party, the different domain that from our existing one. So currently we are on the localhost 3000, that default domain where React is running, and we are calling our API gateway, which is clearly not on this localhost 3000. So browser is blocking any request or data coming from that API. And if we want to solve this error, we can't do anything on the client side. We have to go to our API gateway. Let me just again go to our API gateway, and here we have to enable our CORS settings. To enable a CORS setting on any of the API endpoint, we have to click on this action button and then click on this enable CORS. So here what it is saying is for this post method, and this star means we will be able to call this API from any domain. So if you have a specific requirement, let's say you are deployed your app and you have URL for that, you can just put it here. For time being, I will just put it star. That means we will be able to call our API from any domain. And once you validate this, you can just click on this enable CORS button at this end, and this should enable this should make our API gateway compliant with CORS settings, and we will be able to call this from our React app. But remember, once you enable this CORS, you have to deploy this API. More times I have been caught in this error. I make changes, but I don't deploy it, so those don't get reflected in the API, and the errors persist. But anyways, we have deployed our API. Now we can again test our API from this React app. We don't have to make any changes here, but let's see. Let's go to our React app and again click on this button. I have cleared the browsing logs, console logs, and again I have clicked on the button, and here you see we have got our data back from our API. So if you see in this data, we again see the same details as we have expected: our status code, the body, and the event, whatever the event that we have passed. Here I have passed this event, hello world and Mahesh. So that is the same event that event body that I have passed here. So you see that once we have enable our CORS settings for this post method, we are able to send the request from our React app, and this is how we solve our CORS settings for API gateway. For Postman, it is not needed to have CORS enabled because it's not a browser. It doesn't block requests coming from the third-party domain, because its job is to test the requests coming from the different domains. So that's why it works without CORS. But anytime you have to use your API gateway in your React app, you have to first enable these CORS settings and then deploy the API, and then you will see the desired results. So I hope you have found this useful. In the next video, we will learn how to create more endpoints and different methods on our API. So see you in the next video. And if you are liking this content, please subscribe to my channel, and you will get notified whenever I release new video. So thanks for watching again.